out. So it's been a few hours. As you can see, it's still a little bit flexible, but it's not as floppy as it was. So it's firm, it's firming up around the edges. It's still soft in the middle, but that's okay. So I'm going to start building these now. So you're going to need your wire brush again and clean that off. Okay, and then we're just going to move the camera so you can see each part. So as you can see, that's the neck area there, so we don't need to do anything with that. And as you can see, the joins join together really well. So we're just going to score these darts where we're going to slip together. And all you're going to need for these to firm up is props of clay. Now I just, when I've done a sculpture, what I do is I just squash in and flat bottom some scraps of clay and then let them dry out, and I use those to prop things up when I've slipped them together. So I just call them clay props. And obviously once it's got to a certain firmness, you don't need to support it anymore, so it's only a temporary thing. So we're going to score the other side too, all the way. There we are. Nice thick slip. On both sides. Draw that together. Push together, not pinch together. So push in from the outside, in. And this is where I get my little prop. And then I just rest that on there. So now we're going to do this side the same. So I've scored it already. It's a nice thick slip. Apply the slip. Both sides. Lift it up. Draw it together. Push. Connectivity's not that great, so bear with me if you lose me for a sec. Get another clay prop, like so. So there we are, we can see that. So we've done that side, curved round, and we've done this side, curved round. So I'm just going to wipe my hands so I don't get clay on the camera. So now we've done that side, now we're going to do the back. So same again. Score. 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 You can still see that, can't you? Yeah. Score. Score, and for the final one, just move the camera over so you can see that. Score. And then the last one. Doesn't have to be pretty when we're doing the scoring. So as I started there, I'll finish, or as I finish there, I'll start there, should I say. Thick slip. It's got to be the same clay body that you're using, so you can't use casting slip or anything like that, even if it is stoneware and you're using stoneware, or even if it is terracotta and you're using terracotta. It has to be slip that you've made yourself from the bag. So roll out the clay, let it go leather hard or let it go completely dry, smash it with your rolling pin, and then put it in a watertight container. I have actually got a video on YouTube that shows you how I do mine, so if you want to go and watch that, if you're not sure. So push these together. So this is one shoulder. Clay prop. There we are. Lovely, that's that one. So now I'm going to go and do this side. Plenty of thick slip. Join it together. clay prop. There we have that. Now we can let that firm up slightly. I'm just going to wipe my hands so I can touch the camera. So now this one here, we can take these away and we can stand this one up. As you can see, it's not losing its shape. Come on, Ebony. Sorry guys, that's my dog. So we've popped that up. It's in the shape that it needs to be in. And as you can see now, we've got this body shape. So we're going to do the same with this one now. We're going to slip these two together. And then this one also should stand up. So bring that together. And then use your clay prop to hold it there. That's that one. Then we're going to do this side. Make sure there's plenty on. Draw that together. Pinch. Use the clay prop. Hold it there. Okay, and then in a moment this one will also be ready to stand up and slip onto that one. So I'm going to leave that there for a sec. I'm just going to tidy the slip up off my board so the clay doesn't stick. And then get your spatula and just make sure that that's not stuck on the underside as we lift this off. We want it to be free from the board. So what you could do is you could just lift it even more. So it lets the air. Make sure. So pop in the spatula behind and then draw it across where that join is. There we are. So now I'm going to carefully, and I mean carefully, lift this up off the board and pop it down like so. There we are. So now we've got back and front, like so. As you can see, it fits nice on the board. So if you want to, you can add more slip to the joins. Just to make sure that they are joined well together. Okay. So if I move the camera over slightly now, side version, so I can get in behind the camera. I'm going to tidy up the slip. I'm going to move this one back again, like so. And then I'm going to use a clay prop just to hold that because it is quite floppy still. Just check my drawing. There we are. I'm going to put a couple there just to hold that in place. So now I've got my base here, which I think might just fit on. Yeah. Move this back a bit more. Like so. To give me a bit of room at the front. Just there. There we are. Now I'm just going to check back Sometimes it can be deceiving. So yes, so this is the front. So that's the front at the back there, the smaller piece, and the larger piece is the back. Let me move this to the front. So turn my hands around. Try and support it as we go. There we are. And now we can see those joins more. Like so. So you might need to support it just a little bit. We'll bring those round. Here we go. So you can let the clay firm up a little bit more if you prefer, because it doesn't really need to be bent that much for the joins, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to use another clay prop for in there so that that stays in the position it needs to. And then we're going to carefully move this onto the clay and then prop that up as well. Like so. And then what we've got to do, you see, is slip these two pieces together along these joins here. And then we'll know if the base is big enough. But obviously for you guys, you will have a base that you can cut out. So that will be sufficient. And then for the neck area, I've got a balloon here. And I'm going to use that balloon to hold the neck in position when I slip them together. Like so. So as you can see there now, it's really taking shape. And my head is over there, wrapped up with plastic wrap, waiting to be attached to this. Now, I made that head several days ago, and I've tried my best to keep the moisture level the same. So I recommend that you do the shoulders first, but roll out all your pieces of clay ready to make the head as well, so that the clay should be in the same moisture content, so that it will slip together really nicely. But what I'm decided to do for this one, because I made that head several days ago, I'm going to allow this clay to firm up without wrap on until I think the moisture level's roughly the same. And then I'm going to add a collar on this instead of just having a naked body, so that I can attach the head separately and it can be lifted on and lifted off. But that'll also mean it'll be really easy for me to change the light bulb, because mine is a lamp. So I'm incorporating that into this design. But for you guys, you could have it as one solid piece if you want to, and just have a hole made in the back if you did want to turn yours into a lamp too. But if not, you know, there's lots of other things you can do. You could just have it as a bust. You don't have to have it as a functional piece like I do. So there we go. So I'm just going to carry on slipping this together. So we've got to join these two pieces here and here, like so, together. So I'm going to score that. If you can see that, yep. Adding the slip now. Slip on this side. And then I'm going to join those two together first. So we bend them in and then support it with your finger on the inside and then join the rest. Okay, so that's one side done. And as you can see, now it's joined together, it's kind of supporting itself on this side. And don't forget, these props aren't a part of the sculpture, they're just there to keep the clay from losing its shape too much. Move it over, same again. Join these two corners together first, so you know it's in line. And there we are. As you can see, this is sagging a bit, so we're going to put that balloon in there in a moment. Give it a chance to do its magic. But you can see there's really good. Let me just wipe my hands so I can touch the camera. So you can see there, that's really good shoulders, chest, back. And then we've got the head over there, look, see? So you can see you can slab build without an armature quite successfully. So if I wanted to disguise the neck area, like I say, if I wanted to join these on and do them separately, if building it all in one go is a bit too much for you, you could do them like I've done separately and then add a collar or something here to disguise where the head fits onto the body. And it become a practical piece, not just a artistic piece. There we are. Smooth it from the inside, get your hand in there. Now on the template I'm going to provide, there will be a base that's going to fit this shape, and I'm going to go away and do that now to make sure that it's perfect for you guys and make it easy for you to do. So I'm not going to be slipping this bit on yet until this is firmed up, because obviously this has got to stay here now for a while, because if I try and move it at this stage these joins will fall apart and we don't want that. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. You can just move this into a better shape while it's in this position, like so, and pop that balloon in place. There we are. Don't forget that's got to be rounded out, so push that down a bit more to give us that nice round neck shape. Like so, there you go. So that's basically the shoulders, chest and back, so that it stands up on its own. And that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. The next segment will be part 3, where I show you how I'm putting the head and neck together. And then the next video I'll produce will be how I put the head together. That will be the final one. All right then, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.